How do you outsmart a street robber? Here are 12 tips that could save your wallet all the way to saving your life. You know, you're always at risk. Keep that in mind. There's a pretty good chance that a mugger has already checked you out at some point. You have 1 in 10 chance of getting mugged in your lifetime. So if you haven't been mugged until now, you're either very lucky or very smart. So note these points down and I'll tell you which ones actually work. Do not walk around alone, especially at night, says the guy who likes to walk alone in the night city. But before anything a mugger chooses, before your physique, before your gender, is if you are alone.
You know, it's a person that's going to give you the least resistance.
On the other hand, walking in crowds makes you vulnerable to pickpockets. But that's a different story. If you need to walk alone, like me, at least avoid desolate places, poorly lit side streets, blind spots on subway stations, and even more so if you are alone in a train wagon. There is nowhere to run until the train stops again. And just a small note, surveillance cameras are usually pretty useless at this. If you know you will be in a place like this, plan your escape route. Look for back doors, restrooms, tables and closets. I know this ain't a horror game, but know that this can save your life. And if this wasn't obvious enough, never use an ATM with your hoodie up, or with headphones, or with anything that can block your view. You're just more likely to get robbed. And I do not think I have to say that nighttime is prime time. Anywhere from 6 PM to midnight, all the way to the morning. What is not so obvious is that looking flashy might get you killed. If you're going from the gym in sweatpants and a bottle of water, you're more likely to be left alone than if you were on your way from a theater wearing diamond earrings and a nice watch. Which brings me to another point. Do not walk alone intoxicated. Being drunk and mugging do not mix. Well, they do mix for the mugger. Well, you can probably imagine all the scenarios. But now for the examples. Why do muggers ask for time and directions? Damn it. There are 2 reasons why muggers check your time. If you have a nice watch, there's a pretty good chance you have other valuables on you as well. Also, while your mind is occupied by checking the time or making up directions, you let your guard down.
Because the more you think you see, the easier it'll be to fool you.
This is why I reflexively check my pockets and check if my backpack is closed anytime someone approaches me on the street. If you do want to give directions or time, take a step back and answer from a distance. What should you do if you actually get mugged? Do you karate chop them in the face? Probably not. Recognize your own vulnerabilities and strengths. Did you know that muggers are more likely to mug a man than a woman? Women are apparently more likely to make the attack difficult with noise. Screaming, blowing into a whistle, or even have a personal alarm. If it does happen, here are 2 tactics. Number 1. The British technique. If someone confronts you with a knife, you pull out the coins subtly from your pocket and drop them on the floor. The attacker will always look down when hearing the coins drop. And this will buy you a second or 2 to turn and run. This can also be used if someone's intent is to fight you and not to mug you. This will buy you a second or 2 to land the first blow. It's just a distraction technique. But to be honest, I have no idea how it's supposed to work. Are you supposed to throw them down, or on the side, or in the attacker's face? I have a different plan B. In my backpack, I usually carry a second wallet with some things that I don't need. Gift cards, fake bills, and some random coins. I'ma just reach for that, slowly put it on the ground, and get the hell out of that place. A psychological trick that definitely works: stare them right in the eye. If they just want the money, they will see a human being in you, and they are less likely to hurt you. Stay calm and collected, but do not tell them to stay calm. If you have the guts, carry a pepper spray, but if you make eye contact and you see a psychopath, don't be a hero, you don't need to be. Just let it go and do what the mugger says. What is society lying about? Check that video here. Or do you want to spend more time in the real world during summer? Check that video here. Alright, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.